Hi there, Trisha here, and I wanted to go over the trades that I took today, January 14th. I took two trades, both scalp trade setups, and I used two setups using three charts with indicators for confirmation to take my entry. If you want to check those out, you can go to www.easyeminitrade.com. So the first trade I took was at 9:44, and we had a scalp trade setting up. You can see our dots here, and this vertical line, that's where it's set up. I actually got filled on this bar over here, and I liked it because we had our setup occurring with our scalp. We had divergence on our one indicator, and of course our lines were in alignment on our lower indicator. And what divergence is, how I play divergence, and there are many different ways you can do it, but this is my interpretation of it. Our indicator here is angling down while our price is going sideways. So usually what is going to happen is that the price is going to follow that indicator. So I don't mind entering a trade when it's just crossing in over oversold area if it's coming from divergence, so or at least coming down from that upper area. So I entered short at 9:44 at 8:48, and I used my trail stop method. I don't have the pivots on Sierra because I haven't found anything that I like, but I would move my stop from here to here to here, and I got stopped out over here at 846.25 for a gain of 1 3/4. And I wanted to show you this. This is our longer tick chart, and this was our bar here, and these are hand-drawn trend lines, so don't worry that they don't look like yours. I have not figured out what I'm going to do for the automatic trend lines that I like in Sierra. Working on that, and hopefully I'll get that taken care of shortly. But anyway, at 9:44, you can see that the bar that got me in actually was breaking a trend line. So that's nice. It's breaking a trend line, and it's setting up a scalp trade as well. So I took it. So anyway, was hoping for a bigger move, but that worked out just fine. This is a 10 o'clock scalp trade that was setting up, and I wanted to show you why I did not take this. I think it's important that you see also the trades that I don't take as well as the trades that I do take, so this way you'll understand what to pass up and what not to pass up. So this is a scalp trade that was occurring at 10 o'clock, and we have our dot. And I don't like this because it's already well into the oversold area. Again, I don't mind if it's just coming into oversold area, especially from divergence, but this is not coming from divergence, and it is pretty far down there in the oversold area, so I would pass on this. Another reason why I would pass on it is on our longer tick chart. Here's the about the 10 o'clock bar here, and you can see that we've got some major support going here, and you can see that it just keeps retesting that area, and it has not broken through it. Now had we broken through it and then we had our entry occurring with our indicators, then by all means we would take that trade. Like ideally on this bar here that broke that trend line, if we had a setup occurring, that would be perfect. That would be a perfect place to enter. But when this bar occurred, when it broke that trend line, we did not have a setup occurring, so unfortunately there wasn't anything for us to do there. But that's why I would have passed, because realistically it could have came down and hit this support again and again and again. You can see it didn't go anywhere until it got to this bar here, but again, you don't know that at the time that the trade is setup is occurring. That's how I played it, and of course you could have played it differently, but that's not the setup. This is a trade at 11:10 that again was no trade. We had a scalp trade setting up, as you can see, our blue dots. But here's our indicator here. It is already well into the oversold area and going sideways. Again, sometimes, when we do have our setup occurring, I really ideally like to see it coming from the overbought area and starting down when our scalp indicator occurs. But I will take the trade if it is just going down, and it's not coming from divergence. I will take that. But this has gone sideways too long for me to take. I would not take that. And another reason why I would not take it is, again, we look at our longer tick chart, and again, we have some support here. I mean, that's pretty strong support. You have support, retest, 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 retest. So you really don't know if it's going to break through that or it's actually going to turn the other direction. So again, ideally what you would want to see is you would want to see it, the bar that you're looking at, break through that trend line, and then look for an entry off of the smaller tick chart. And again, of course, making sure all the indicators are in alignment, as well as our trending indicator as well. So that's why I would pass on that 11:10 trade. The next trade that I took was at 3 o'clock, and I went short at 839.50, and the vertical line is the setup bar. We had our first blue dot here on our indicator, our short indicator, just coming into oversold territory. Again, ideally, I like to see it coming from above this overbought area, but it is going down and it just crossed into oversold. So I decided to take it also because our lower indicator just crossed in our direction. So I thought I would go ahead and I would take that trade. So I used my trail stop method for exit. So I would put my stop here. As it's moving down, I would put my stop here, move my stop to here, move my stop to here. Pretty much it stayed straight across. And usually what I do is I go one tick above that pivot bar. So I got stopped out actually over here at 836.75 for a gain of 2 3/4. So anyway, those are the two trades that I took today. I had a gain of 1 3/4 and 2 3/4 for a total of 4.5. And again, this is a very conservative way of trading, and a lot of people might feel like they're missing a lot of trades, but you just can't jump on the train and not have any reason why you're jumping on just because you see the market moving down. You have to have a plan to get on. You can't just jump in. I know people have many different methods of scalping, and if it's working, then by all means keep doing it. But I'm definitely a more conservative trader looking for something that has higher odds. So yeah, I might not make many trades. Some days, I might have 5 trades. Some days I'll have 1 trade. But it is very rare that the trade will go against me because I am so cautious. But it's not, of course, for everybody. So anyway, you can go to www.easyeminitrade.com and check those out.